Hello and welcome to the video. The following presentation you're about to see is a clip taken out of our 2,000 subscriber Q&A video. So if some things in this don't really make any sense, that's because it makes sense in the context of the 40-minute long Q&A video, but for the sake of time, I took some clips out and put it in these smaller bite-sized videos for people to actually watch and enjoy. Without further ado, Jalen Reitner Films asks, do a video on one of the best pieces you've done on a wall. Okay. Unfortunately, we are an urban exploration channel, meaning that we can't vandalise any of the places we visit. So I've never done a piece. But I can vandalise and do pieces on things that I create. Ooh. Okay, so in Year 12 art, here are the pens that I used to make the pieces. In Year 12 art, studio arts, I made models of abandoned buildings. My first model I made was a model of a light timber construction portable classroom. Now this one isn't actually abandoned. I'm not trying to make this one look abandoned. This is just like an accurate model. I actually went to the LTC you saw before this clips and measured it. That's why it looks so good. Anyway, so it's kind of falling apart, it's kind of damaged, but I think it looks pretty good. I will fix it up one day and continue painting it. But yeah, anyway, so second model I made for studio arts was this model of an abandoned house. It's based off this one, which you can find the video of on our channel. Obviously the graffiti is different, there's a lot more on this model. Use textures and the posca pens to make the graffiti. I use like, what's it called, like black spray paint, white spray paint to sort of like weather the building. You can see I kind of went a bit overboard. This is my first attempt. The roof I just dry brushed on paint. I did a piece on my computer, I got so excited. Anyway, oh god, we're running out of time. Nissan Hut, this is a model of a Nissan Hut. There it is in real life. As you can see, it's boarded in real life. With my model, I just sort of wanted to make it look naturally decayed and weathered, and I kind of went a little bit overboard with airbrush because it was the first time I've ever used one. This is also for school, by the way. Another school project of a school. Now this school building is from Clayton Primary School. That's what the model is based off. I made sort of a pre-renovation version of it and my kind of own version, but as you can see, it's sort of unfinished because I had to rush this out just to get this in time finished so I could actually not completely fail studio art, so I just had to get it to an accessible standard. Anyway, it's pretty cool, I reckon. I'll finish it off properly one day. The roof can detach and there's rooms inside with details, but I had to glue it shut so it didn't get lost. Anyway, you can see I even did the bag hooks, and in the actual Clayton Primary School they've got the same bag hooks, which is cool. Yeah, it's like I made it HO scale. Next building is a service station. There it is in Reservoir. It's an actual building, it's not abandoned, and I was going to make this version abandoned, and once again this model is not finished. I plan on just boarding up the windows because I've discovered that's an easy way of sort of cheating and making the building look abandoned but not having to worry about the inside, which is kind of a shame because I did do interiors for this building. I think there's a shot coming up. There it is, so I did rooms and stuff. Also, made a little abandoned car, destroyed, dumped car. Someone's come and taken the wheel, someone's shot at it. Someone smashed all the windows, there's graffiti everywhere. I think this is really cool. It's just a normal Matchbox car that I took and sort of deassembled, painted correctly. Kind of felt bad about cannibalizing a Matchbox car, but I think it looked really cool in the end. Little Shanta shed. It's inspired by this one that I found in country Victoria. I'm not telling where it is, but it's not exactly the same. It's sort of a fantasy version with like a little chimney. This is also meant to be abandoned. On this one I was trying to make it look as decayed and decrepit as possible, with a little bit of vandalism, but not sort of overboard as I went on some of the other models. The roof's decaying. They took the water tank away, so the wall is rotting away. Just little potbelly stove in there, not too much inside. Little sprunters there. Now this one was just a model railway building I've had for many years because I used to be a model railway enthusiast. Still got all the buildings. So yeah, I made this one a boarded one. This is my first ever one I made with boarded up windows. And you can see the wall is sort of melted there. It's because I used a lamp with a incandescent bulb, I think that's the right word, and it sort of melted. I used the lamp to dry the graffiti, but it sort of melted the roof as well as the wall, but I think it looked fine because it's an abandoned building. Anyway, those are all the buildings, but I do pieces on other things. I get photo frames from the reject shop and I do graffiti all over them and, you know, put a picture in them and I give them as gifts to my friends. So I think they appreciate it. So yeah, here's one I gave to my friend Josie. She loved it. And here's another one that I gave to my other friend Alana, and she absolutely enjoyed it. On the topic of frames, also for Year 12 Studio Arts, I made these wonderful photo frames out of picture storybooks and did graffiti all over them, which sort of inspired me to make the photo frames you saw before. The pictures inside are dear photographs of Balmoral Primary School. I got in contact with the office and said, give me some old pictures, and yeah, they let me. So then I just sort of matched up where they happened back in the day and what it looks like now. Anyway, I think that's pretty much the end of this art spiel. No, it's not the end of the art spiel. In 2015 for Studio Arts, I made this model of a 1973 HQ Holden Belmont Ute. Now, the theme of this ute is it's been dumped out in a paddock for many years and forgotten about, and it was last used to just thrash around the paddock, and that's why it's all scratched and stuff. It's made out of air dry clay. The paint on the outside is acrylic paint. Many different materials used to make it. Little bits of metal for the studs on the back of the ute sort of tray area. This rust solution, I don't remember the name of it, but it's like this whole chemical sort of thing you got to do with different paints and all this stuff. It's pretty awesome. Parts are missing off it. It's a complete mess. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed